Hey, oh boy. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Big Time Show podcast. Oh, yeah. It's being seen and heard all over the place. It is being seen and heard live on Facebook and on Podbean and on YouTube and on Twitter and on Twitch, and it just everywhere. I mean, just everywhere. It's being replayed. Um, on Pandora and iHeartRadio and pretty much anywhere you can get a podcast from. Welcome to the Big Time Show podcast. I'm not in a good mood, as you can already tell, because we have, well, it's not so breaking now, but it happened maybe about an hour ago. Well, we found out a couple of things. We found out that the Dallas Cowboys do not want to win. That's number one. Yeah. Y'all coming in at the right time because y'all gonna go ahead and hear what I got to say today, and I don't care. Well, the Dallas Cowboys just got worse today. Yes, they did. Yeah, you ain't gonna. I'm not even looking at the comments cause I've been asking everybody the same question. My last two shows, I did a part one and a part two. The question was, are the Dallas Cowboys trying to win, or are the Dallas Cowboys secretly rebuilding? Y'all remember that, right? I asked y'all the question. And I think we got a revealing answer on today. I think we did, y'all. I think that we now know what direction, at least for next season, our beloved Dallas Cowboys are going to. I believe it. I believe we know now. I don't have to ask the question no more. I asked it for the last two shows. Some of y'all didn't agree with me. I told y'all. Huh? Let me speak to my people who are on here so I can go on my rant and y'all can go on. Let me just see. Karam, I hope y'all pronounce your name right, man. Karam, Shane, my man Shane, Karam, Terry Turner, Shane. Yeah, I've been asking. Key in the building. What's up, man? Appreciate you popping in on me. Kane and Roy, I see you. Hello, everybody. Those are on Podbean. Hugh 34, thank you. Luke 34, thank you for popping in on Podbean. I rest my case, y'all. I rest my case. If you don't mind, go ahead and share for those that will. And share to some of your haters, because some of your haters, the Cowboy haters, are celebrating right now. Because any type of misery that comes with the Dallas Cowboys, it gives them life. And today, the Dallas Cowboys, and in particular, Mr. Stephen Jones. I know Jerry signed off on it, but I believe this has the handprint of Stephen Jones. I know y'all want to blame Jerry, and Jerry is the GM, but please understand, y'all. I've been trying to tell y'all. I'm good, Kenny. What's up, man? I understand the frustration. You ain't got to apologize to me. I ain't even started yet. I ain't even started yet. So I just it has the handprints of Stephen Jones written all over this. And please, somebody, before I get started, please tell me how in the world do you figure that we're trying to get better? Somebody tell me how in the world are we seriously thinking about trying to make a Super Bowl run? I somebody help me now, since it's a done deal now. Just in case y'all don't know, okay, here it is. It's a done deal now. I saved this about an hour ago, but there it is. There it is for you trade. For those that are on Podbean, the Cowboys have traded Amari Cooper to the Cleveland Browns for a 2022 fifth round pick and a sixth round pick. Didn't we trade our first round pick to get Amari Cooper? Hadn't Amari Cooper made what, 2 or 3 Pro Bowls since he signed with us? Hello. This is all that we could get. And I know that the caveat was that, of course, that the Cleveland Browns take on his contract. Okay. I get that. But this is all we could get. That is the handprint of Stephen Jones. I told you guys, I've been trying to tell y'all for the last year and a half, that if Stephen Jones is our future leader for this franchise, we're gonna be in real big trouble. I'm convinced of it. This was my final thing, so nobody can tell me nothing about Stephen Jones. I don't care what they do in the draft this year. I could care less. I don't even want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it because I'm convinced that Will McClay knows what he's doing in the draft. I give him that, and we draft well. I give you that, but Stephen Jones, man, is. Dude, this guy is about to run us in the ground, man. Y'all excited about extra draft picks, and I'm like, okay, what fifth round are gonna make this team? What sixth round is gonna make this team? I mean, are we getting the fifth round for practice squad players? I mean, what? Are we getting the sixth round pick for a practice squad player? I mean, what? Y'all happy because we got some extra picks in the draft. Y'all really happy. Oh my God, we got X amount of picks in the fifth round. Oh wow, woo. We got an extra pick in the sixth round. We're gonna get more ball. I'm like, okay, what? I'm quite sure we might look. I don't care if we land a diamond in the rough. I don't care if we land a diamond in the rough in the fifth or the sixth round. I don't care if the person eventually turns into a Hall of Fame football player. I thought we were trying to win this next season because the window is closing. Unless, remember what I told y'all now, unless you tell me that we were rebuilding. They want to present it like we trying to make a run, but really what this is showing you is that we're rebuilding. I ain't got to the other stuff yet. I'm just doing this, the hot news of the day right now. We have completely blowed the Amari Cooper experience. Today's trade tells me that the trade for Amari Cooper was a failure. That's what that tells me. I don't know what it tells y'all. This is what it tells me. It tells me that this was a complete waste. That's what it tells me. The Amari Cooper experience based off today. The man is 27 years old, got plenty of gas left in the tank. The man is a Pro Bowl receiver multiple times since he's been with Dallas. He's a 1,000-yard receiver. I mean, you know, he didn't do it last year, of course, and you can debate why. But with him getting traded today, that tells me that this was a complete failure to even get him. We traded away a first-round pick to get him. 3 years later, we getting him for a fifth round and a sixth round pick. Okay? This is what it's telling me. It's complete failure. Now, depending what side you are on the Cowboy fandom, if you're saying, well, we got under the cap, then I applaud your fandom because you are celebrating. And I'm not going to knock you because what Stephen Jones did prove again is that he is a world champion salary cap football CEO. Oh, he's excellent at the salary cap. He is. Oh, he's one of the best in the world at saving money. He is. The Cowboys, as you know, hey, $16 million got chopped off, you know. I mean, it depends on how you look at it. I mean, if you're worried about the salary cap like Steve Jones is, you're popping champagne bottles right now. You are. Because Stephen Jones is proven that he is a world-class capologist as far as saving money. He is. He don't care what the player means to your offense or defense. All he's concerned about is, can I make us not go into salary cap hell, as he says. We don't care how good the player is. We don't care if he's a Pro Bowl. We don't care if he's an all-pro player. We don't care if our quarterback needs him. All we care about is that this guy saves us $16 million off the salary cap. If that's what your thinking is, then I applaud you today. I applaud you. You have a reason to celebrate. Stephen Jones did it again. The salary cap wins. And if that is the case, ladies and gentlemen, we're in trouble. Because when your players get good, you should expect them to want to get paid. And what it's turning out to be is that other than, it seems like the better our players get, the closer they get to their contract ending, and it's time for another contract, they get cut. That's what the history is showing. I'm just saying. I'm looking at it. He's the champion of the world when it comes to salary cap. Stephen Jones is. I can't take it from him. What's up, Coach? I see Coach done popped in. What's up, everybody? Listen, he's the best. He's one of the best. Stephen Jones, let's tip our hat to him. I'm going to tip my hat to him. When it comes to salary cap issues, he's one of the best. He is. He is. But to us fans that want to win, to us fans that want to have a chance to really make an impact this year, Super Bowl or something. Do y'all see the light at the end of the tunnel? Please show. If you see it, please tell me. Please tell me how you see it. I need to know that. I need to know that. I see y'all in the chat. I see all y'all there. I'm reading some of y'all, but I see. I plan to come on here and talk about our kicker gone, and you know, you know, kicker and Lyle Collins and all that kind of stuff. I was gonna talk about that. I was gonna do it, but this came up to just a few minutes. This just showed me that we are not, at least for this year, we're not serious about winning. How you gonna trade away one of your best options? Dak Prescott need all the weapons he can get. I don't know how. Didn't we just do this a few years ago about really not having a number one? And I already know what some of y'all gonna say. We got CD. I don't know what CD can do as a number one. I don't know what he can do. Can you hold on just a second, y'all? Hold on just a second. Turn that vent off, please. Do it now. Hey, y'all. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm not understanding. You're trading away your best offense. I mean, your best offensive weapon. This guy commands a double team. This guy makes it better for everybody else. And you just trading away for a 5th or 6th round pick like he ain't about nothing. Hello, I mean, y'all. Then you depended on CD. There's a lot of pressure on CD now. He got to be the man. I just don't know if he is. I haven't seen it. I hope he is, but I don't know if he's that dude yet. Then you depending on Gallup to come back. And you ain't signed Gallup yet. Let's get that out of the way. First of all, before you cheer for Michael Gallup, let's get him signed first. Then we can talk about how long we got to wait before we see him. Because, see, Michael Gallup is going to get some attention from other teams that may be willing to overpay. And Michael Gallup hadn't got a big contract before. And he's just coming off an injury. And he could very well be saying, look, before I get hurt again like this, I'm going to make sure I get every dollar I can get. And if the Cowboys are trying this little bargain offer, and another team is willing to pay $2, $3, $4 million more, then Michael Gallup got every right to leave. And I would. You would too. Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would. You would. You would leave. So let's hold off on the Michael Gallup because he's a free agent, and until he signs, it's slowly but looking like a all-out sale. Just in case you didn't hear about it, I guess I know I got knowledgeable Cowboy fans here. They've given permission for Lyle Collins to make a trade happen. Wait a minute now, huh? So now you want to trade you already traded your wide receiver away, your number one wide receiver. Now you want to trade away your starting right tackle? Really? Really? And I realize Terrence Steele is ready to play. But you're trading away or attempting to get rid of starters. We ain't got the Randy Gregory yet. Randy Gregory ain't signed nothing yet. Y'all, we assume that Randy Gregory is going to sign. We assume. Okay. DeMarcus Lawrence is sounding different every day. One day we say he gone. The next day, Cowboys come back and say he ain't going nowhere. Okay, we're hearing all of this. But here's the bottom line. He's still on the team. Stephen Jones is in flat out money saving mode. You trade away I mean, you cut DeMarcus Lawrence, guess what? That's a big saving. You talking about going over $20 million under the cap. And then it makes you wonder, okay, we're saving money. And the history shows Stephen Jones don't like to spend money. So what's the big deal of saving all the money for? For what? For what? Oh, so you can pay people that's already here? Is that what it is? You want to show me you want to pay Michael Gallup, a guy coming off a knee injury. We don't know what he's going to be when he come back eventually, I may add. We don't know where. We don't know what he's going to be. We don't know if he lost a step. We don't know anything. We don't know how much confidence he's going to have in the knee. We don't know nothing. But you want to sign him long term. I wonder if he wouldn't have got hurt. I bet you wouldn't be wanting him then because his price tag would have went up. You trying to jump in on, with Stephen Love getting, guys that were hurt and coming off injuries and stuff like that. So Michael Gallup fits that bill. Lord have mercy. We ain't signed Curse yet. LV probably gonna be gone. Trade away. Are we trying to win, y'all? I mean, I'm just giving y'all the facts. Are we trying to win? No, we're not trying to win. Maybe trying to win 3 years from now, maybe. I don't know. But we're not trying to win next year. That's for sure. For all y'all that think that Dak Prescott is whatever you think he is, you about to find out now. Oh yeah, we've seen this movie before. And I understand y'all got C. I know some of you thinking you got CD messed up, man. Brooks, I'm telling you, Bishop, I'm telling you, CD is the truth. CD is gonna get it done. CD is he's gonna make you forget about Amari Cooper. CD is gonna do that. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Saving the money for what? Steven don't spend money, so what are we happy about? You gonna get a whole bunch of guys, a bunch of guys. Y'all getting excited about Bobby Wagner. It's a nice dream. Bobby Wagner, haven't y'all figured out yet, ladies and gentlemen? And I understand he played with Dan Quinn, but haven't y'all noticed the strategy of the players for the last few years? Haven't you noticed how they leak out when they're free agents and they say that they have interest in Dallas? And ain't it amazing how those people that say that never sign in Dallas? See, the Cowboys are a price driving franchise. When the free agents come there, they know Dallas is the most marketable team in the country. They know the Cowboys on TV the most out of any other team. And these guys use the Dallas Cowboys name to drive up their prices in free agency. How many names did we have to call off? So while the dream of Bobby Wagner would be great, it would be. The rumors, the facts are Bobby Wagner will be in Dallas supposedly on Monday to meet with the Cowboy organization. Y'all really believe that Bobby Wagner is going to make his decision just off one visit and hadn't visited nobody else yet? Bobby Wagner is in high demand. Bobby Wagner wants to win. I mean, we got the money, but you really think Bobby Wagner was just making $14-15 million? What y'all thinking? Bobby Wagner gonna come to Dallas for $6? Come on now. Can you imagine the deal that Stephen Jones is going to offer Bobby Wagner? Come on now. Come on now. I just hope you don't insult him too bad. I don't. Bobby Wagner is a walking Hall of Famer. Please don't insult him talking about Mr. Wagner. We know you made $14, $15 million last year, whatever. Well, we want to offer you $7. Don't do Bobby like that. Come on now. That's why I can't get hyped, y'all, over Bobby Wagner, even though I would absolutely love him on this team. But why y'all getting excited about that? When y'all already know that Stephen Jones don't pay these type of guys. When I say these type of guys, these big name guys that still got some juice in they, in their tank, and these type of guys that demand double digit salaries. And aren't y'all saying he getting rid of those? What are he getting rid of them for? Just to replace them back? I mean, come on now. It's Stephen Jones we talking about. Huh? And Shane, I see you, Shane. I guess I started reading. I just happened to glance at it. Shane says, all joking aside, let's look at our offense. Dak behind a broken line, one tight end, broken down running back and receiving core that we all have questions about. I hope y'all ain't excited about getting all these, extra picks so we can get linemen. I don't know what y'all hype for. They rookies. What you hype for? What? Huh? Just because they was an All-American in college don't mean they ready. Just about every lineman in this league, every lineman on every team was an All-American, and if they weren't All-American, they were all conference in their league in college. Every one of them, every single one of them, just about was some All-American on some publication. Whether it's, whatever, Sport News, Sports Illustrated, the AP All-American, first team, second team, third team, the M&M All-American team, the Cracker Jack All-American team. All these linemen were All-Americans. All of them. And I guarantee you, all of them were at least all conference. In their whatever conference they were in, they were one of the best linemen in the country. But a lot of them get to the league and ain't worth a dime. Yeah, we need to fix the offensive line. How about we fix the offensive line by going to get a guy that's proven, like the guy that was released from Tennessee, all Pro Bowl guy, young, play left guard. I forgot the guy's name because I'm just talking now. But he's available. You want to make your line good? Why we got to experiment? Go. You ain't got to do like the Rams and buy 5 or 6 guys. Go get one guy. Go get a left guard. Yeah, pay him. Pay him. Yeah. Go get that. You ain't got to do like the Rams. Go get everybody. 5, 6 guys to get a Super Bowl. How about you just build it slowly? Go get one. We're saving the money. What we saving it for? I'm anxious to see because I have no confidence, y'all. I have no confidence in our front office anymore. I've said it so many times before. I'll say it again because on a day like today, it definitely fits here. We are in a position where we truly have to have the talent to override all of the bad management and the coaching decisions. Our talent has to override it. But we're losing the talent now. Huh? You can't tell me we're a better football team or even remotely close to being a better team without Amari Cooper. I don't care how much he costs. You lose a guy like that, you get worse. You don't get better, and you don't stay the same. So I don't care nothing about CeeDee Lamb. I hope my boy does well. I hope he ready, because he really ain't got no choice now. He is our number one receiver now. Who's our number two? Because it ain't Gallup. Gallup ain't ready. Who gonna be our number two? What y'all gonna tell me? Noah Brown? Really? Oh, okay. What? Cedric Wilson? Don't call Cedric Wilson a free agent. Until he signs, I don't know what Cedric Wilson is. He's not on this team. He's a free agent. Maybe let me play the game of optimistic Cowboy fans. Maybe now, since CD is your number one, now maybe go get Juju now. Juju is an excellent number two. Go get Juju now. I would sign up for that now. I sign up for that now. I didn't like the idea of Juju on this team at first, but my God, Gallup ain't gonna be ready. Noah Brown, I like Noah, but I ain't excited about that. Cedric Wilson not on this. He's a free agent. We already heard he's gonna be command between $6 and $8 million. Steven ain't gonna pay for that. So y'all can cancel out Cedric Wilson. And so I'm sitting here waiting on Gallup to get healthy. Really? So what I'm stuck with is Noah Brown and the kid from Stanford, whatever, Fino, whatever his name is. This is what I got left. Really? And you want to convince me that we trying to win? Oh, okay. You also trying to convince me that Dak Prescott is that dude. That it makes no difference who he got. He gonna get the job done. Really? Oh, somebody gonna say, "Oh, we signed Dalton Schultz." Watch this, to the franchise tag. We spending $10 million on a tight end that's not even in the top 5. He's not even a top 5 tight end. Now I hope we do a long-term deal, but my God, this is what you telling me I got left, man. For real. So please, if Shane asked this question. Do you think the Cowboys are seriously looking at Antonio Brown? No. If you could put a Ziploc bag or a zipper on Antonio Brown's mouth where he could just go play football, he would definitely help. If Antonio Brown comes to this team right now, this is how bad it is. If Antonio Brown was to come to Dallas, and he's not, but if he was, he's the best receiver on your team day one already. Yeah, better than CD too. Yeah. But Shane, and everybody knows, Antonio Brown ain't coming to this team. He's not one of our guys. He's not one of them by the book type dudes. You got to be a certain way, because that's what they love to say. It's almost like the ghost of Jason Garrett is still over this team. We got to have our type of guys. That's kind of what Dalton Schultz kind of fits. Got all this stuff coming up in the draft. You gonna sit and tell me you couldn't get a tight end at the draft, or you couldn't get another free agent at the draft? But everybody say, well, he knows the system, and Dak loves him, and he's getting better. I give it to Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz get better every year. He has. Blocking is questionable. Receiving wise, he's pretty good. He's gotten better. But there ain't nothing about the Dallas Cowboy offense scare me. Nothing. We don't run the ball enough to be scary. I ain't got to go through that because y'all know that's the truth. Then you take away, y'all said, a lot of people saying we were struggling, and we had Gallup, and we had Cooper, and we had CD on the field. And a lot of people saying we just don't know why the Cowboys are struggling against good teams. They got these 3 receivers, and we still couldn't get the ball. Now you take away Amari Cooper. And you really believe that Dak Prescott is going to be what everybody think he is? See, sooner or later, y'all, and I know I got plenty of Dak fans here, and I'm one too, but I'm realistic when it comes to Dak. A lot of y'all are living a fantasy world, living in a fantasy world when it comes to Dak. Some of y'all really do believe that Dak Prescott is a top 3 to 5 quarterback in this league. Some of y'all really do. And he's not. I ain't say he was sorry. He's not sorry. He's not. He's not sorry at all. He's good. He is good. But he's also the type of quarterback that needs all of his weapons on the field to make him better. He's not a guy that you're going to say, hey, here's the ball, Dak. We need you to throw it 40 to 45 times a game and carry us to the promised land. Carry us to the victory. Dak not that type of dude. He's never been that type of dude. Never. And please don't say, man, he throw for all this. I seen him down plenty of time by almost 25, 30 points, get all these yards when teams playing off and all that kind of stuff. Then when you look at his stats, he's 20, 28 for 39 for 360 yards and three. Yeah, they playing off. They playing off. This is what Shannon Sharp says. Empty calorie yards. This is what you've seen. You've seen it on TV. Y'all seen it. You got to be honest about that. We saw Dak 3 years ago when he didn't have a number one. When we were doing this receiver by committee thing. We saw how Dak was. He wasn't good. We couldn't hardly move the ball. We're not trying to win, y'all. I hope, look, please don't tell me about the NFC East. I'm not sure if we even the best team in the NFC East. Y'all laughed about Carson Wentz. Well, Carson Wentz got a running game. Y'all keep laughing, okay? Carson Wentz got a running game in Washington. Carson Wentz got Terry McLaughlin in Washington. Carson Wentz got a nasty front four once Chase Young come back. A front four that can wreck a game. So I don't know. I don't know if we better. I don't know if we run the East. I don't know. I don't know. And the funny part about this is it's just starting, y'all. We ain't nowhere near where we gonna find out what this roster. I got way too many questions. Shane's, and y'all answer Shane's question because it's a good question. Hypothetically, if the Cowboys made a splash in free agency, what receiver would you go after? It's no splash receiver. They already signed. Mike Williams signed. And that's really not considered to be a splash, but Mike Williams is good. Christian Kirk is there, but Christian Kirk ain't nothing to jump up and down for. I mean, not to me, Juju is still out there. But when you start talking splash, Shane, you talking about names, and look, those are guys that Steven just don't get. That's why I don't see it. He's already got a splash. It's obvious that the Cowboys believe that CeeDee Lamb is that dude for real. So they already got the splash. CD. They just need a comparable number 2 receiver. And I feel like they can get a 3, from anywhere. And I kind of agree with that. You can get a 3 in the draft. You can get a 3, cheap in free agency that's very effective. I believe you can get a 3, but you need a 2. And Gallup just coming off the knee injury, I don't know. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see a number one. If you see a number 1 receiver, don't get excited because they come with a price tag. Double-digit $1 million a year. You're gonna have to pay that. Now Juju won't probably demand that. All these guys that's left. Allen Robinson is another name, but Allen Robinson can't stay on the field. He stay hurt. Why would I spend money on a guy who can't stay on the field? Never has stayed on the field. Good receiver. What we need to be doing, if you're going to try to make I agree with whoever said that before, go get me, since we're obviously, you done told Lyle Collins, go find the trade, man. You gonna go. If you find one, come holler us and we'll ship you on out of here. So we need to shore up the line, if you ask me, because hey, you're trapped by Dak. You gotta protect him. He's gonna be here for a while, and you're gonna pay him. So you got to keep him upright. So let's go spend a little money on the line. But I forgot, we like to draft and develop our guys. So, Steve is saving money. He trying to get money set up to pay all these folks he about to draft. That's what he concerned about. Better shore up the line or you get your quarterback broke. That's all I'm gonna say. That's what I think we're gonna do. Okay, what's up, Passive J? Yeah, we talking Cowboys. Passive J, he was here. Bro, we have CeeDee Lamb. He's legit. I agree that CeeDee Lamb is legit. It's just I haven't seen him as a true number 1 receiver. I haven't seen how he's going to respond with the safety over the top. Dak Prescott didn't throw it to Amara enough when he had a double team. So why all of a sudden I'm going to believe now that he's going to throw it to CeeDee Lamb? Y'all see what I'm saying? He didn't throw it to Amari Cooper enough. Now all of a sudden, why we think he's just going to throw it to see? All of a sudden now he's going to be a gunslinger now? That's what Dak Prescott going to turn into, right? A gunslinger. He didn't do it for CD. He didn't do it for Cooper. CD is going to get doubled. If he didn't throw it to Cooper, what make you think he really going to throw it to Lamb? Y'all help me today. This is not good, y'all. Matter of fact, please tell me why somebody in the chat box who agree with Cooper leaving, and I'm not knocking you, I'm not coming against you. Just please tell me why. Matter of fact, let's just go and do this because I'm already tired already. Cowboys have drained me today. Let me go and just do this now. Phone line already open. I'm already tired of talking. I'm already tired. Phone line open. Y'all see it on there. Y'all just call it number 901-654-6853. I'm not. See, it's one thing to know it's gonna happen, but then when it does happen, you sit there and say, like, I just can't believe we this naive and this stupid. For a fifth, look at this, y'all. Look at this. This is what we traded Amari Cooper for. That's what we traded him for. A 27-year-old guy who is with the right quarterback and right system is going to get you over 1,000 yards. He's going to make a Pro Bowl. That's what you gave up for him? What? You just swapped out the 6th-round picks. That's all you did. The only thing we got out of this really is a 5th-round pick. That's what we got out of it. That we traded away a 6th-round pick to them, and we took their 6th-round pick. So that's just a matter of positioning for next year. And that's all we traded was a 5th-round pick, really, for Cooper. That's all. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. That's all you can get out of that. We should have got at least a 3rd. I mean, come on now. Maybe Cleveland was the only one saying we'll take on his salary. Maybe, I guess that's the only thing I can think of. Because Cleveland is taking on his salary. So I just don't get it. Jarvis Landry, just in case y'all don't know, Jarvis Landry just asked the Cleveland Browns for a release. Soon as they got Cooper, he asked for a release. Now they got rid of his friend Odell Beckham Jr. Now they done brought Cooper there. And Jarvis Landry just said, I gotta go. Somebody just came on being funny. King of Bling said Jerry Jones getting sued has a daughter with a stewardess. She would be the new owner. Wow. Joe said from Italy, so you're telling me we are dependent on CeeDee Lamb because Gallup is no guarantee he's going to be ready. It's no guarantee he's going to be ready to play this year. Yeah, Joe, that's about sums it up. Let me throw this in since I said it earlier, Joe. Is Gallup going to sign with Dallas? He's a free agent. I mean, is he? I don't know that yet. Some team may be willing to overpay for him. Yeah, so Joe, that's what it is. We banking on CD to be Jerry Rice and Randy Moss combined next year. We're waiting on him to be Cooper Kupp from this year. Dominant. This man don't even throw the ball enough. I mean, look. He wasn't throwing to Cooper. What I mean, God. How we know he gonna throw the Lamb? He wasn't even throwing to Cooper. We went through the last half of the season saying, man, when you gonna get the ball to Cooper? Where are the play designs? Cooper went on talking about it. I'm not getting the targets. And come on now. Now all of a sudden, Dak Prescott gonna have an epiphany. Like he just gonna be in I got to throw it to my number one receiver now. I got to do it. I'm going to do it. I don't care if he doubled or not. I'm going to do it. Come on, y'all. Joe said, see, thank you, Joe. This is what they offered Gallup. They offered Gallup 5 years for $30 million. That's $6 million a year. That's an insult. He turned that down quick. That's Stephen Jones. 5 years, $6 million. Just because he ain't had a contract, you think he's supposed to bite on it. There's other team that would definitely pay more than that for Michael Gallup. See, that's what I'm saying about Stephen Jones, y'all. I'm seriously having a problem with him. Because it don't look good for us in the future. You can have all of the picks you want. That's fine. I told you he ain't doing them but renting players. That's all he doing. Like your old Blockbuster tape. You remember, for those that are old enough, I said this last show, you rent the VCR tape for 3 years. I mean 3 days, then you have to turn it back in. When in football, he'll rent you for about 3 years, then you get good. And then he want to go ahead and get rid of you. That's how he does us. That's how he does our players. Gregory Davis says the Cowboys phased out Amari Cooper at the play call. Look at the play calling, especially in the last part of the season. You can't argue that. Greg is absolutely 100% correct. You can't even argue that. I mean, I don't know what Dak saw on the field, but all I know is he had 6 to 8 catches for the year. That's it. That's he had pass catches like a tight end. Y'all finna find out about Dak Prescott. Dalton Schultz will go to the Pro Bowl next year. Dak is very comfortable with throwing to tight ends. Very comfortable. That's what he did in Mississippi State, y'all. See, I was watching him back then. Always throwing the ball up the seam because the running game was so good in Mississippi State. Plus, he ran the ball a lot that the tight end was usually open. Dalton Schultz led the team in receptions because he's excellent at throwing the tight end. It's the outside receivers where his problem is. Somebody gonna say, well, wait a minute now. CD had over 1,000 yards. CD went to the Pro Bowl. First things first. Yes, he had over 1,000 yards. Yes, he did. He did go to the Pro Bowl by default, I may add, because somebody else didn't want to go. He really didn't make the team. He just went because there was nobody left. So if y'all want to call that great, good, whatever. Okay. It is what it is. Bishop, what do you think the final straw with Amari Cooper? Was it the COVID incident or something else? Oh, so y'all want to go that route. Shane, see, my guys that have been hanging with me for the show, they know how I am. And so every now and then they'll try to push my button and get me to go there. Please understand that you cannot violate Jerry Jones in any fashion. Jerry Jones is not simple-minded, but when Amari Cooper didn't, when he missed the game because of COVID, I think that did hurt him. And it did not help that if you also remember that Amari Cooper, who had at the time, I don't know what he is now, I don't know, but at the time he was not vaccinated at all, was seen at Dallas Mavericks game. He was seen when Alabama was playing with no mask on and had a couple of his teammates with him. And they were there at the game just wide open. It's like, dude, you just getting back here. COVID you got 90,000 people in here. You ain't been vaccinated. Well, I mean, don't you understand that you hurt the team when you're not on there? I believe that did have something to do with it. I also believe that Amari going on, if you listen to 105.3 The Fan, with him talking about targets and not getting them, you can't go against your quarterback in any type of fashion in the public. You can't go against Golden Boy Kellen Moore any type of way in the public. You can't do that. No, that's violation. We like you, but you ain't one of the boys. See, Dak Prescott is one of the boys. See, Kellen Moore is one of those boys. That's one of Jerry's boys. Now. You can't go against him in the public, man. You can't do that. You can't take your fight to the media saying I need more targets. You can't do that. Not in Dallas, you can't. No. And I understand, I heard the rumor, which is not true, supposedly, saying that they got into an argument and Dak Prescott was called by Amari Cooper the Black Kirk Cousins. That's the thing that was put out that's been killed by saying it's not true. The Dallas Cowboys made it hard, put out say it's not true, and folks say it's a troll report. But let me ask y'all the question. Yeah. What is the real difference between Kirk Cousins and Dak Prescott? What's the difference? Y'all tell me. See, if you're not gonna be honest, then ain't no sense of talking. See, both of them throw for over 4,000 yards. Yes. Both of them throw for 30 touchdowns a year. Yes. Both of them end up in the Pro Bowl by default. Yes. What is the difference between the both of them? Both of them have been in big games, and both of them have come up on the short end of the stick. Yes. What's the difference? Oh, I know I just pressed the button on some of y'all. I understand, but somebody got to tell the truth. I mean, what you know, the meme was wrong. There was a troll Twitter account. It was, and it was disputed and said that. But let's put it out there. What's really the difference? And if it is a difference, it's not a glaring difference. Now, if you ask me, I would take Dak over Kirk Cousins. But it ain't like it's a gigantic difference. I mean, y'all don't like me now, but it's okay. I've been watching football a long time. I don't watch Dak since his rookie year. I've watched him. I don't know what the difference is. Y'all come on, help me real quick. Y'all getting quiet on me now. I ain't worried about it. Look, if he's not the guy, he's just not the guy. But but Dak is the guy. But he ain't that guy. He's not top 5, y'all. He's not. He's not. A lot of y'all were arguing me down saying he's top 5. He's not top 5. He's not. He's not. There's some that say he's not even top 10. Boy, some of y'all ain't gonna even look at me no more. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. I'm just saying, y'all. Look. Hello. Hey, I see Apostle. Hey, I see you popping in. ES Don Quan Podbean Wisdom. Hello, everybody. Appreciate y'all popping in. I don't. And because he's not that dude, I say it all to say this. And because he's not that dude, you can't be taking away the weapons that made him what he was. He didn't make the receivers. The receivers made him. Thank you, Greg. But see, Greg, this is the other thing. And Greg, I'm not insulting you. See this right here, what Greg said. Look what Greg said. Greg said there are similarities between the two. Dak has the edge in intangibles. See, that's the part that nobody don't want to address. And Gregory is 100% right. Dak does have the edge in intangibles. But intangibles don't have absolutely nothing to do with his play on the field. Oh, yes, he's a leader of men. Yes, he is. Dak is. Oh, yes, guys want to play with him. That's true. Oh, yes, he's the captain of the team. Yes, I'll give you that. But when the whistle blows and it's game time, your intangibles don't mean nothing. He's perfect. He's what we want in the quarterback. He says the right things. He does the right things. He signs all the autographs. He kisses all the babies. He's a great person. He has a great smile. Ain't got nothing to do with football. Nothing. If this was an intangible contest, Dak Prescott will just about be the MVP of the league every year. If this was about just intangibles. That's why he was nominated for Man of the Year, NFL Man of the Year. What he does in the community, God bless him. I applaud him. It's good to have that type of guy as the leader of your franchise, but that don't win you no football game. Intangibles don't mean, tangibles just mean you get nominated at the end of the year for NFL Man of the Year. That's what it means. Intangibles don't mean nothing. I got a guy in Green Bay who's a complete butthole, if you let me say that today. Lies. He lies. He's a diva quarterback. He's a diva. Aaron Rodgers is a diva quarterback. He lies. He comes off as being narcissistic. He comes off as being sarcastic all the time. He think he the smartest guy in the world. He does all that. But please understand that if you had a choice of what quarterbacks you want, his name is going to come up with every person that has a chance to make a vote. 2-time back-to-back MVP. You can say, and he don't care nothing about his intangibles. All he care about is cutting your throat on the football field, and he does it. Huh? Well, we still here talking about Dak Prescott. He has great intangibles. Yeah, off the field, he's great. Can we say the same thing on the field, though? See, y'all got to be honest about that. And you taking away his number one receiver. Well, it's been done now. You're taking it away. It's nowhere in the world you're going to tell me Dak Prescott is that dude and he's better. With Amari Cooper off the field. You can't tell me that. There's no way. Phone line is open there, y'all. Phone line open. If you want to call in, you can call in now. 901-654-6853. 901-654-6853. You can call in now. Cause I know I'm not the only one that's feeling like this. I know I'm not. I know I'm not. I don't see the with all these guys that's that's going to end up leaving here. I this year here is, and see McCarthy gonna lose his job. McCarthy's gonna lose his job. That means Dan Quinn is gonna end up leaving. I told y'all this before. I wouldn't be surprised if Mike McCarthy loses his job during the year. Because Cowboys, if they get out to a slow start, which, it's kind of hard to believe that they won't. I believe the heat is going to be so much on McCarthy. Somebody's going to have to be the fall guy. It's going to be him. And of course, you already know that Jerry Jones got his eyes on Sean Payton. Anybody know that? He'll let Dan Quinn have the rest of the year out. And Dan Quinn could just about go to the Super Bowl and win, keep the team. I believe this is a wash year coming up. I ain't saying we're gonna be 4-12 though. I just saying we'll fight for the division, but we're not gonna be a team that nobody's scared of. We don't run the ball. Don't run the ball. You got Dak Prescott back there, who gonna be. You finna find out how great he is. So those that think he great, you about to find out now. You really about to find out now. Yeah. I see you, Karam. Karam says another wasted season incoming. Yeah. Yeah. The defense is going to have to be electrifying for us to really have a chance this year. So I'm all in favor of strengthening your defense. I believe the offense is not going to be what we were the last couple of years. Last year we were number one in the league for all the points and all the yards. I don't see it this year. I don't see it. I'm not saying we're going to be the worst offense in the league. I'm just saying guys like Cooper don't grow on trees. Greg says in 2022, this is where the optimism comes in. Greg says and Dak is going to have to step up. He has the ability to play quarterback. Dak has to get it out of his way. I got my brother here. I got my brother in here. I know I heard him. Just hold on. See the thing, Greg. My brother's on the line, Gary Bryant. I'm gonna let him have the dance floor in just a second, but I got to address this comment. He said in 2022, Dak is going to have to step it up. He has the ability to play quarterback, but he has to get out of his own way. See the thing about it, Greg, is this. His best years have always came when he was shielded. You see what I'm saying? When the running game was right and you got good receivers, he was always shielded, and that's what he got most of his credit for. But when he was I ain't gonna say when he was by himself, because he's always had talent around him. But when the game has to turn into his hands, he's come up short. And it could be maybe that's just because of the way that he really is. So we got to be honest about that eventually. We can't keep thinking he, Dan Marino or somebody. No. I'm sorry. My brother on the line. Gary, what's up, man? Come on, help me. Look, come on, help me or just. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. I, 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 Are we going to are we are we going to even have are we going to even have the are we going to even have the same players? How about that?
Exactly.
Uh,
So you
how,
gotta have. Go ahead.
go ahead. No, you got it.
No. What I'm saying, you gotta have guys. You gotta have guys that are going to be able to execute what you're doing, and that's not even enough. It's not enough to have guys who are going to execute what you're doing. Are you going to utilize the guys who execute what you're doing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah.
It's not enough to have playmakers if you don't use the playmakers that you have.
Yeah. I don't.
Or you don't draft playmakers. You drafting system guys.
There you go.
System
Big
guys
thing.
versus playmakers.
There
Are
you
you draft? Are you gonna see the draft? Don't mean nothing if you don't have difference makers.
There you
It doesn't
go.
mean anything.
Yeah.
You have to have difference makers on your team, or you have a robotic set of guys. You got 53 robots on your roster.
Yeah.
Because you want guys that fit a system. You got a bunch of robots. You don't have difference makers.
Yeah. I agree 100%. And let me throw this in, Gary, since you're on here. You remember the big fuss about Dak? Hold on a sec. Well, Gary, let me let you go. Let me give you my point. You can
Go
call
ahead.
me.
Go ahead.
All right. Thanks for
All right.
calling me. Hello, this is the Big Time Show. Hold on.
Jerry Turner.
To accept, press 1.
Jerry Turner is on the line for the first time. My brother Jerry Turner's in the line. But before you say anything, Jerry, let me throw this in. Everybody that's listening right now, remember just about a month and a half ago, maybe. Do y'all remember Dak Prescott saying that he ought to have, some type of opinion or say so on whether, who to keep and personnel decisions? Y'all remember that? I wonder, did they come to him? This is good. Jerry. I knew you. Jerry said, I knew you was on the line, and I ain't gonna even do it to him. But I just wanted to put that out because it's pure speculation. Okay, it's pure speculation on my part. But Dak did say that he think he ought to have, an opinion or, some type of, come to me. And I wonder, did they come to him about Amari Cooper? I wonder, did they come to him about Dalton Schultz? And I'm wondering, are they coming to him about Michael Gallup? That's just me throwing it out there. I ain't saying that. Go ahead, Jerry. Come on with it, Doc.
Well, it's good to talk to you, Bishop. I was just thinking about my Cowboys, and I'm wondering, is the sergeant from the Keystone Cops running the Cowboys right now? Because this makes absolutely no sense. Why would you get rid of Amari Cooper and keep Dalton Schultz? I mean, we got plenty of tight ends coming out in the draft that you could replace him. I mean, that could hit.
Throw in Jerry.
We don't
address. Hey, Jerry, throw this in. Not only did you keep Dalton Schultz, but you gave him the franchise tag. It's $10 million.
Yeah, that's Terry with a T. Jerry is my brother. But not only you're about to give him $10 million, and I'm looking at all these kids that can come out and do exactly what he do. Sit down in the zone and do that doggone. I love Jason Witten, but Witten became 3-step fall down guy. And that's exactly Dalton Schultz. As soon as he catches the ball, he's dead. He don't get no yak. And I'm looking at exactly what you said. Why are we getting excited about Bobby Wagner? He's not coming. He's coming in Monday to drive up the price in San Francisco or either.
There you go. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. 100%, Jerry. It's no question about that.
He's not coming. It's just to show that, hey, look, I got other suitors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't get it, Jerry. I'm starting to wonder. I don't have to wonder because, like I said earlier, if this is what the future looked like with Stephen Jones really running the show, it don't look good. It don't look good.
It's not bright.
It's not bright,
and
Doc.
I'll put this on it. I'll say this: your quarterback cannot be the third or fourth best player on your offense.
Exactly. Wow. You get some. You get some, Jerry, to say that he's number one. That what they told me now. So I know.
Yeah, well, there's some people who say we ain't gotta pay tithes no more. But then that's another subject altogether.
You got that right.
You can say what they say. You say a lie enough, you'll begin to believe it.
Yeah, you.
But I listened to Shannon Sharp said one thing, because when he not being comical or going for the ratings, Shannon Sharp said he looked at the game without the sound. He said, I believe what my eyes say. I don't, nothing against Tony Romo and those other guys. They do a fabulous job, but I know what my eyes tell me. I see the game. I know the game. And I look at Dak Prescott. I see the game. I know the game. He'd much rather throw to Dalton Schultz than take a risk throwing the ball to Amari Cooper.
Wow. That's not good, Doc. It just don't make sense, man. It just don't make sense. Jones. Check this out, Joe. Jerry. I don't know if you can see the chat box, but Joe just put on something that you probably just need to plan in your head, and this not gonna come forth till later on. He says, "I bet you Dak won't finish his contract in Dallas. He will be gone because Jerry Jones is taking away his weapons instead of adding weapons." In other words, what he's trying to say is that he's setting them up.
Yeah, I was just going to say he set up to fail.
Yeah, yeah.
Really, are you depending on getting one of the speed guys in the draft? Because you still don't have a take the top off guy.
Yeah.
Gallup is not that guy, and he's coming back from injury.
Well, check this out. Let's check this out, Jerry. I heard Stephen Jones say on the interview that when it came to, because somebody asked about Amari, he gave a general answer. And he kind of said that, we have to have guys that, that we're paying a large amount to, and I'm kind of summarizing it. If we're paying a large amount, then the production level has to kind of match what we're paying. So really, in an indirect way, it was a slap to Cooper by saying that he was, his production level don't equal up to the $20 million that we're paying. Okay. So here's my question. Couldn't you say the same thing? This is speculation about Dak. See, Dak done threw for over 4,000 yards last 2-3 seasons, I believe. What if he threw for 3,800 without them? I can honestly see him saying the same thing about that. Like, we're paying this amount of money and the production is not that. That's why the argument is about D-Law. Because D-Law got paid all that money, $20 million a year. And obviously his sack level hadn't done that. So now you're ready to cut him. Okay. You cut Dez, you cut T.O., you cut oh my God, who I'm thinking? Jesus. You're cutting Cooper now. If that is the case, what are the expectations for Dak Prescott this year? What are we really expecting? You taking away his guy, unless CD Lamb now. Now, I don't want to knock CD, Jerry. CD is a bad boy. I know that, but I just ain't sure I haven't seen it yet. My mind is open towards CD.
He drops the ball too much.
He does, but I'm saying I don't know if I got to see it. You know what I'm saying? Before I can say, okay, he is a legit number one. I've never seen it. I don't know what he is. I don't know. So I can't. I know he's a good inside receiver and a good number two. I'll give you that. He had 1,000 yards. You know, he balled out and he dropped a lot of balls, but I just haven't seen it. So I can't just say he that dude. I can't say he that dude yet. So Jerry, I just don't.
I don't think he that dude. I ain't seen that dog in his heart yet.
Yeah,
I ain't seen that dog come out.
Yeah. Shane.
But I seen Michael Irvin play. I seen that dog.
I saw the
With
dog.
the others, I could tell you, I saw the dog.
Yeah.
And we both played ball, and we both done been around, even at the park. It don't take me more than 4 plays to see who the athlete, who got it, and who don't have it. It's just that simple. You can look at Dalton Schultz and see he just as average as average Prescott. That's why average Prescott likes throwing him the ball, because throwing it to Amari shows his deficiencies. He doesn't. Wow. He's not that guy.
Wow.
And I understand he could be that guy with a great line, but Mr. Capologist, to make sure that his numbers look good, so that he can finally buy a boat like his daddy boat. You know, he gonna keep everything down, and they expecting Dak Prescott to do what they keep hearing all these beautiful words like be a force multiplier. Yeah. You know, Dak wasn't that when you drafted him in the 4th round.
Yeah.
Force multipliers don't go in the 4th round. Yeah. They go in the first 10 picks.
Yeah. Dak
so you're putting too much on his plate.
Yeah. Well, he's a 4th round quarterback with first quarterback overall expectations. I think that's what it is. Yeah. That's why everybody say he's a top 3, top 5 quarterback. Everybody keep forgetting he was I get Joe Burrow, I get Herbert, I get Josh Allen. These guys were drafted in the 1st round, very high up in the draft. They are considered franchise quarterbacks, real franchise quarterback. Dak Prescott was drafted to be the 3rd quarterback on this team. Everybody forgot. Everybody talk about Romo. Everybody forget that Dak Prescott was behind Kellen Moore as the 3rd quarterback. Yep. And Kellen Moore broke his leg. Then Romo broke his back. And it forced Dak to jump in. Of course, he exceeded expectations. But when we finish all that now, I don't want to knock Dak because he's gotten better every year. He has exceeded expectations. If you drafted now, Dak Prescott will be a 1st round quarterback. I ain't saying number 1 overall, but he would get drafted in the 1st round. He has improved that much. But just because he's improved that much, it does not mean that he's an MVP caliber type quarterback. I'm not saying you can't win with a guy like him. You can win a Super Bowl with a guy like Dak Prescott. But when you have a Dak Prescott, you better make sure that you got all weapons around him, because he is not the type of dude that you put the ball in his hand and say, carry us. He's just not that guy. And I don't care what nobody say. I've seen enough.
But, because the Ravens won a Super Bowl with Trent Dilfer.
How strong was that defense? Exactly.
Yeah, and the Tampa Bay Bucks, the defense won the Super Bowl with Brad Johnson. So I agree that you can win with average Prescott, but we better run those. You better run the lever off the ball, and your defense better be. They better be like whoever make the whoever make the tackle feed their family.
Yeah, top 5. They better be top 5. That's what I'm saying. And we have somewhat of a chance. We're closer to being dominant on defense than we are really on offense. And that's going to sound kind of strange, because everybody going to say like, well, wait a minute now. We're the number 1 offense in the league. We led the league in yards. But you also see what's going on. You're talking about, exactly. You're talking about taking away Cooper. You're talking about Lyle Collins. He's getting permission to go make a trade. That's 2 starters off your offense. You talking about an old Tyron Smith. And Lord have mercy, I still ain't heard nothing from Connor Williams being gone yet. So I'm almost, until I see him gone.
Ain't that scary?
Yeah, come on,
but
man.
I would be so deflated because New Year come in. Just like the baseball season, we happy for the rollout of the starters, and I look and I see Connor Williams still at left guard, I'm being the season over.
He's still on this team. And everybody know that Connor Williams should have been the first name that should have been gone. But nobody ain't said nothing. It's depressing to me, man. You see what I'm saying? So
after that loss to the 49ers, and then you turn around and you cut Cooper. I mean, the front office is getting a flat-out F. And the only reason they getting a 0 because I can't give them negative numbers right now. But they working on it. They are really working on it.
Jerry, man, I appreciate you calling, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for calling. You make sure you hit me up again, man. Thank you. All right. Phone lines are still open. Joe just put something up, and I already respect Joe. Joe is looking at me from the country of Italy right now. Joe said, and hey to everybody on Podbean, I see you smoke. Saturday night smoke done slipped in. Miss Ties done slipped in. What's going on? Joe said, let me get this straight. We depended on CeeDee Lamb and Gallup, who we don't even know if he's going to be healthy enough to come back in December. Joe, you're absolutely wrong. Gallup is a free agent. We're assuming that Gallup is going to sign with Dallas. How we know that some team ain't going to come in and offer $5 million more for Gallup? How we know that? +1 How we know that?
Call from
Michael Evans.
Oh, how we know that?
To accept, press.
I'm saying, hold on. Michael Evans is on the line. Hold on, Mike, just for a second. But listen, Michael Gallup is a free agent, which means he got the right to sign who he wants to sign with. So I don't know if he's going to be back. And then if he does come back, we got to wait on him. So as of right now, Joe, just in case y'all don't know, the receivers that are signed to the Cowboys are CeeDee Lamb, Noah Brown, and that kid from Stanford, Sam Fino, whatever his name is. That's it. Cedric Wilson is not signed. Michael Gallup is not signed. Those, that's it. So this thing is nowhere near over. We assume that because we saw the reports that we're trying to work on a long-term deal with Michael Gallup. I mean, that's fine if that's what you want. But how I know some other team ain't gonna swoop in and offer another $3-4 million? I don't know. See what I'm saying? I'm sorry, Michael Evans. My guy Michael Evans is on the line. Welcome, Mike, to the Big Time Show podcast. Just jump in wherever you want. Go on, talk that.
Oh my gosh, this is a sad day. Even with I look for the NFL and these pressures for a Dallas Cowboys. How can anyone sit there with a straight face and say the Cowboys are a better team today than they were like 3 days ago? So the question you've been asking the last 2 weeks, are we reloading or rebuilding? There should be no doubt now.
No doubt.
We are in a full-fledged rebuild, and I would use like a baseball term. This trade with Amari Cooper was nothing more than a money shot. They could have kept him. Yeah. There was no reason why they could have kept him. But and I call the fake fans are just jumping and clapping and just saying, "Yeah, we saved that $20 million. Yeah, Amari Cooper wasn't worth the production. Yeah, he gave up on plays. Okay, who you gonna find out then? Who you gonna sign in his place to take his place?" And I think the answer to that is nobody. Yeah. And I think Cleveland would love that. They're probably jumping for joy. You're going to get rid of him for a 5th round pick? Are you kidding me? Yeah. Khalil Mack was traded, and the Bears got a 2 and a 6 for him. Yeah. They really gave Amari Cooper away for a bag of Cheetos and a Sierra Mist.
They swap. I don't know if you're looking at the screen, but I'm going to put it up for everybody again. They swapped 6-round picks, and the Cowboys Cleveland Browns got a 5th round 2022 pick. That's it. They swapped 6-round picks, and really essentially you traded away Amari Cooper, really just for a 5th round pick. That's it.
I mean,
it's unbelievable.
Unconscionable.
It's unbelievable
what they did. And speaking about who's going to come and take his place, it's like I heard you earlier. Who's out there that they can sign who's better than Mari Cooper? Juju Smith-Schuster. You want that diva on this team? I certainly don't. Antonio Brown. I mean, he's as I said in the chat. He would be a lethal injection into the wide receiver room on this team.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot have a guy like that. He's already burned 4 teams. I mean, you want to be the 15 that goes down with the ship with this guy? You know what's going to happen eventually. He's going to turn on everybody, and then the whole season is going to go on to 2. And speaking of going down to 2, they are setting up Mike McCarthy to fail.
Dak Prescott.
They really
I'm going to throw in Dak Prescott in there too now. I'm going to throw him in there too.
I believe they are. They're gonna chop him off at the knees and say it's your fault. This team didn't get the way to go, and they're gonna blow him out next season. And for all you people who think Sean Payton's coming in, why would Sean Payton come into this circuit? Why would he? He wants something that the Joneses will never give him. That's control. Because Jerry's always tried that 2 times. Jimmy had control. He didn't like it. He didn't get enough credit when they went back to back. Then Bill Parcells had it. Jerry didn't like it. That's why Bill resigned. Just in case everyone was wondering. Yes, he retired, but he resigned first. And you think they're going to give Sean Payton that kind of power? No. They are never going to do that. It's bad.
Yeah.
It really is. When I saw the flash off my phone that Amari Cooper has been traded, I almost went off the highway. Yeah. I couldn't believe what I was actually seeing.
Yeah, it's sad, man. I don't have to ask no more. Are we rebuilding? They showing me. Throw in the fact, like I said before, and I hate to be repetitive, but it is what it is. They've given permission for Lyle Collins to seek out his own trade. I mean, there's 2 starters on offense. I mean, come on now. I mean, that's telling you what's going on.
And for all the people, think CeeDee Lamb, is a great receiver. Look, I love CeeDee Lamb. I was ecstatic when they took him 2 years ago, and they pretty much stole him from the Eagles, even though the Eagles didn't have the guts to move up to try to take him. I don't think he's ready. I don't think he's ready to be number 1. And now you get rid of Amari. And Michael Gallup, as you elegantly said before, he is not signed. What if somebody comes in here and say, "Okay, the Cowboys offer you 6, we'll give you 12." Yeah. You think he's gonna say, "No, I'll take the 6 instead"? He's gonna be gone. They've already said Cedric Wilson has probably been outpriced, so they're probably not in his game, so he's gonna leave. Yeah. They give Dalton Schultz the franchise tag. Pretty much, they are gonna probably roll with Michael Gallup, who's unsigned, come off an injury, and Noah Brown.
Yeah.
That's the other receiver. Remember they re-signed him?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just cannot believe it. Yeah. They better do something. They better do something with all this money they're pretty much probably north of $20 million now.
Well, yeah.
For the cap. They better do something.
Oh no, he's this now. He's proven that he's a world champion salary cap guy. He's done that now. If that's what you're looking for, we give him total applause today because he did it. He saved money. He got all the money in the world. He's gonna get some more money. I got some folks in here. I'm sorry. I got Kenny Winfield say it's time to change over to the Steelers, and the Cardinals say we need to bring in AB. Listen, y'all, I can't emphasize enough. Keith Harrell just put up a great comment. That we also got to just dig into. Michael, let me let y'all, man. Thank you for calling in, brother. You know you always can get in. Thank you so much. All right. Keith Harrell just put this up, y'all. For those that can see it, it's on the screen for you. Keith Harrell just said, it's the general manager, and really what he's saying, it's the general manager that's the problem. He said, get rid of him and we can be the Cowboys again. Keith, I'm going to say something right here. And I think most people are going to agree with this. We did get rid of the general manager. We did. We got rid of Jerry. We did. I know that's messing you up what I'm saying. We did. He just turned it over to his son. And it's gotten worse. See, I'm the believer. A lot of y'all think Jared talk a lot of things like Jared, because Jared get in front of the camera and he starts saying the book stopped with me and all that. I can't tell you. Stephen Jones is the one that's running the Cowboys because he is the one that is negotiating these contracts. Jared just signed the name on the dotted line. And then Jared get the credit or not the credit for it. But if Stephen Jones is saying we need to cut him because my cap ain't right. We need to sign him. We can work with him. I think I can get him for, $10 million here for X amount of years. I can get him here on this signing bonus and we can make his base pay $3 million a year. It's Stephen who's doing this. Because Jared's track record does not show that he's scared to go get some guys that are difference makers. His history shows that. Charles Haley, Dion. When it was time to make the move, Jared made those moves. He tried Greg Hardy. Nobody wanted Greg Hardy here. But Jared, everybody was saying he gonna kill the locker room. All Jared said, look, Greg Hardy got 16 sacks last year. I know good and well I can bring him here and he gonna give me at least 10 to 12. That's Jared Jones type moves. Jared Jones wanted Johnny Manziel. Nobody wanted Johnny Manziel. That's when everything shifted. Steven wouldn't let it happen. Instead, they got Zach Martin. History, speaks for itself because we went and got Zach Martin. Jerry really wanted that. I believe Jerry had a real good say about maybe CeeDee Lamb, but they had CeeDee Lamb so high on their board that when they failed to him, they really had no choice but to get CeeDee Lamb. Now, Jerry, it looked like a splash Jerry move, but the boy was in the top 4, from my understanding, on their draft board. He fell that low. You had to get him there. It's Stephen Jones, y'all. It's not Jerry. Jerry gonna get in front of that mic and gonna say what need to be said and say what all that. Jerry is not looking at no scouts. Jerry ain't watching no film. Jerry is just there when we watch the draft in a couple more weeks or whatever, you gonna see Jerry in the war room. Jerry ain't done none of the work. Will McClay has done all the work in his scouting department. Stephen Jones is a little bit more closer to that than Jerry is. They get there for the show. They get there for that phone call. Hey, would you like to be a Cowboy? And that's all. Jerry ain't the Jerry Jones that we once knew. You understand? Keith, you're right. We got rid of the GM. We did. But it's Steven now. And if this is what we better get used to, if this is what we have to get used to, I'm sorry, we're in trouble. Because it's backwards to me, y'all. It's almost like if we're gonna build something here, you better do it within the first 2 years to find out if these guys are, because soon as they're up for contract, if they demand a big price, they gone. They're gone. Steven ain't paying nobody. Steven has one goal. He wants to be under that salary cap. He gets an A in salary cap. But then when it comes to building a football team right now, he got at least a D or an F to me. Now, if the Cowboys would come out and tell me that we are rebuilding, then everything that's going on makes somewhat of sense. But they'll keep telling us that we got this window where we got to go ahead and get everything done while we can. And the window is closing. I just don't. And you got a quarterback who needs the weapons. He ain't Aaron Rodgers, where you can just pick somebody off the street and put them in, and Aaron Rodgers make them look like all pro wide receivers. Dak ain't that guy. Mm-hmm. Shane said, "Do I remember that we won all these Super Bowls without the cap?" I get it, but you also had Jimmy Johnson running the show then. See, the real truth of the matter is, y'all, that when we really was winning, Jerry didn't have nothing to do with all these personnel. It was Jimmy Johnson made all of those trades. Remember? And when Jerry and them did take control, when Parcells came in, Parcells kind of ran the trade. They didn't want T.O. He didn't want T.O. That was a Jerry Jones thing.
91098.
Okay?
Call from
Gary Brown.
He didn't want him. Okay? Then
accept, press 1 to send a voicemail.
Then once he didn't want him there, then we had those down years where Jerry actually did run it. Where Dave Campo was the coach. Wade Phillips was the coach. Jerry ran it then. We ain't getting nothing done. We headed that way again, y'all. My brother done called back in. Gary, come on, brother.
Hey, look, man. We got to see what's going on for real. Stephen Jones is trying to run this franchise like Bill Belichick and New England. Look, Bill didn't pay his guys.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't pay. The only guy he paid was Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the only guy we paid?
Mm-hmm.
Dak. Other than the pet cat in the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
He getting rid of them guys. He got rid of Amari.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He paid him.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry paid Amari.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen didn't.
Yeah.
And look at this. Stephen Jones is not a Dak. Dak is not a Stephen Jones guy.
Mm-hmm.
He was a Jason Garrett guy.
There you go.
Jason Garrett was the one that got Dak in Dallas. It wasn't Stephen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he got him with the last comp pick in the 4th round. He's not a Stephen Jones guy.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want to pay Dak.
Yeah, exactly.
But he was up against it. He had to pay Dak, or he would have lost. He would have lost the team through the fans.
Exactly.
So he had to pay Dak to fill the seat.
Exactly. I've been saying that. I've been saying that forever, Gary. Me and you come from the same cloth.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's trying to run this franchise like New England.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting rid of guys just before the big payday.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? That's how he's trying to do it.
Michael
it's
Evans.
a copycat. It's a copycat routine.
check it out. Michael Evans, Gary. This is gonna bring us back. He said, "Put down." He said, "Remember the Cowboys wanted Paxton Lynch. Remember that?
Exactly.
They wanted to trade up in the first round.
Exactly. Paxton Lynch somewhere counting the grooves and screws at a Home Depot right
Paxton Lynch back here in Memphis, right? He back here now. He back here working somewhere. Yeah. He ain't playing football.
Yeah, Paxton Lynch somewhere at a Pizza Hut being the wet floor sign.
I appreciate you. Thanks, Gary. I got another call coming in. Thank you, man.
+1. Call from.
Hey, who is this? This is Big Time Show. Who is this? Hello?
What's up, man? It's Terrence Thomas.
Oh, my guy, my homeboy, my little brother right here from Memphis, Tennessee. Terrence Thomas, a Cowboy fan. He's in the house. Come on, Terrence. I know you got something to say. Come on, speak up, Doc.
Okay, well, look. We're missing some points right here.
Come on up.
We missing some points right here.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, y'all coming down too hard on Stephen Jones.
Okay.
All right. First of all, when it comes to the talent evaluation aspect,
mm-hmm.
Stephen Jones has done a good job.
I agree.
The
100%.
Cowboys have drafted well.
That's true.
Okay, but the problem is everybody's making all this hype about Amari Cooper,
Mm-hmm.
but Amari Cooper is not a big deal. There are wide receivers all over the draft. They're about a dozen. And man, you can get a wide receiver in the 5th or 6th round, but in today's game, you can't pay a wide receiver $20 million.
Mm-hmm. Unless you're Devontae Adams or Cooper Kupp.
Okay, but show me where a $20 million wide receiver leads to win.
Cooper Kupp just won the Super Bowl. That's it.
But Lewis,
that's it. Just Cooper Kupp. He just did it
show
this
me
year.
where. Okay, but Cooper Kupp wasn't the beast of that team. He was part of a whole collection of players. You telling me if you put Cooper Kupp on the outside by himself without all those other weapons, Cooper finna get you 120 catches?
I'm not gonna say that, but I'm just saying, in fairness to your point, the sun shine on a dog tail every now and then. That just so happened to be this year. But compared to all the others, compared to all the other seasons, your point is valid. Because there has not been, with the exception maybe of Jerry Rice, in 89 maybe, it has not been as dominant as Randy Moss was. He didn't win. As dominant as Calvin Johnson was, Megatron, he definitely didn't win. And they had comparable type numbers. But you make a good point, but we did see it this year.
But where did Jerry Rice play in? Jerry Rice played for the greatest offensive mind in football history, Bill Walsh.
True.
Now, I'll give you Randy Moss because Randy Moss can line up in any system, go get hit.
Yeah. You
can put Randy Moss in any system. He's a unicorn.
Yeah.
But at the same point in time, the Cowboys have failed. Everybody wants to say Dak needs receivers. No. Dak needs a power running game.
Bingo. Compliment.
That's what he needs to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
If you get a man a power running game, he can make the throws he needs to make.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't ask Dak to go out there and throw 45 times.
There you go.
He ain't the dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like even the great Troy Aikman had Emmett, that O-line.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Zeke. Everybody wants to blame it on Zeke. No, the Cowboys are weak in the middle of their O-line. They weak.
Yeah.
And they get out, and San Francisco push them around, and they out physical them. Cowboys, the problem with the Cowboys is they don't want to fight inside of a phone booth.
Yeah. So
they don't want to fist fight.
Let me ask you this, Terrence. This is my brother, y'all. So me and him can talk almost the next 2 hours, but I ain't got but 10 minutes left. So you agree with 100% with Steven or Jerry, whichever one, letting Cooper go or trading him today?
Yeah.
You 100%. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Because he's gone now, do you believe in CeeDee Lamb as our number one receiver now?
It's not about my belief in CeeDee Lamb. Okay. If the Cowboys rebuild their O-line. Look, I'm gonna tell you something. Our boy, the big O-line from USC, the Hall of Famer, he's done.
Yeah.
He's done.
Tyron Smith. Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's done.
Mm-hmm.
He's done.
Mm-hmm.
They're allowing La'el Collins to seek a trade.
Exactly.
So it sounds to me that they're planning on rebuilding that O-line.
Okay.
It's not about everybody's talking about can CeeDee Lamb be a number one? Mm-hmm. Can he be a number one? The whole concept of a 1 and 2 receiver is over.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't need a number one. What you need is 2 or 3 really good weapons.
Okay.
You know, because in this era where you can't touch a wide receiver, you can go get your wide receiver, get some numbers.
Mm-hmm.
You can go and get that, but you have to rebuild that O-line. With Dak has decreased every year from his starting year, because in his first year starting, he had Zeke getting 4 yards every time Zeke touched him. You know,
Yep.
and Dak is the kind of quarterback, he's not going to throw you open.
Mm-hmm.
The throws have to present themselves to him.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when he holds the ball, bad stuff happens.
Exactly. I love it.
He's not good off script.
I love it because finally I got a different perspective on here. And watch this, y'all. What Terrence just said is actually 100% true. What you guys have said, I believe, is 100% true too. It's just that what Terrence is saying, essentially, I don't want to put words in my mouth, but I believe he would agree with me. He's saying that the philosophy has to change. That's what he's saying. That the philosophy or the offensive philosophy has to change back to where it was when Dak was a rookie. And y'all know we ran the ball down people's throat back then. He's saying we got to get back to that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And we quit on the running game too early.
Yeah.
Against San Fran, we run the ball there. Oh, nope, no more. We only ran the ball 14 times against San Fran.
Horrible.
Like Kellen Moore just quits on the running game but then every time, and no offense to anybody out there, but every time you have a white coordinator that shows a pulse, everybody's ready to promote him to a head coach.
Ooh, that's another whole show in itself, but go ahead.
Let's just call it what it is.
Call it what it is. Eric Bieniemy ain't got a job yet, right?
Eric Bieniemy ain't got a job yet. But you find a white coach with half a pulse, they ready to promote him to a head coach. They're ready to go get a high school coach.
Oh my God.
But I'm gonna let you go, man. I ain't mean to drop that bomb in there, but I'm sorry.
Oh, I love it. That's my guy, Terrence Thomas, y'all. Terrence, I'm so glad you called in, man. Be sure this is not the last time. We need to chop it up anyway, man. This is my guy. We went to high school together, so I appreciate you, Terrence. All right. That'll be the last call for the day, y'all, because Terrence came in and dropped the mic. Terrence came in and dropped the mic on us, y'all. So, look, two things can be right at the same time. It's all about really how you want to build your football team. Defensively, offensively, what type of philosophy you have. Dak Prescott is a complementary type quarterback. He's not a Rodgers, Brady type dude. He's just not. He needs these other elements clicking in order for him to be effective as he can be. That's just the truth about that. And the sooner everybody just realize that, then the better off we're going to be. So Terrence said it. I've been asking for the last couple of weeks, or last couple of shows at least, are we rebuilding or are we trying to win? I think with the moves that the Cowboys have made, especially today, I think that question is being answered easily. Huh? It's really the truth. You can't tell me that we're better without Amari Cooper. We're not. You just can't feel it. Those type of guys just don't grow on trees. He's a true number one. It's going to be hard to replace him. I don't know what CeeDee Lamb brings to the table. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it. I can speculate, but I haven't seen it. I don't know how you're going to respond with double teams. I don't know how you're going to respond with bracket coverage, with a linebacker underneath or sometime in a safety over the top, or they run cover two. I don't know if he can find the holes. And I don't know if he can catch the ball consistently. I don't know. I have to see it. I know he has the skill set. I know he got it, but I haven't seen it. So I can't give the judge. Who our number two? Who's our number two? We ain't waiting on Gallup. Have to be signed first. Okay, let's get him signed first. Then we can talk about it. Then we got to wait on him because we don't know what his knee is like. So I'm believing that we're rebuilding. Terrence was right. Most of you guys were right because somebody said in the chat box earlier. We have to get this line straight. Tyron Smith is on his last leg. Folks beating them easily now. Folks beating them easily. He getting long in the tooth now. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know, you know, and you know, we're gonna let Terrence leave. We're gonna let Tyron Smith leave on his own will. Like he gonna leave when he say he done. We're not gonna force him out. He's gonna leave when he gonna be like Jason Witten. You're gonna go to the last drop. But he's getting older. He's not the same guy. We just about need to go ahead and do it. Build on this offensive line. All right. Listen, I'll be with you guys on Monday, 7:00. I'm just about out of my time. I will see you guys on Monday. I appreciate everybody with this great conversation that we had. It's a sad day, y'all, but hey, Cowboys still moving. All right. I'll see you guys Monday. This is, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for hanging with me, the Big Time Show. Yeah, Podbean. Yeah. Come on. I didn't have time till you put your hands together because my time almost up. We've been talking for almost 2 hours. But go on, clap while you can. Woo! Yeah. I see you, Miss Time. Yeah. I got less than a minute left. We'll see you on Monday for the one and only, the Big Time Show.